Hey, heroes, welcome to the Host for Hire podcast. We are your host. That is Kyle Cage. I am Lucas Rand. And let me just say right off the bat, if you have not experienced or started reading the Absolute DC universe, spoiler warning, first and foremost.
Get out of here.
Get on out of here.
Like, share, and subscribe, most importantly, so you can come on back, but get out of here. I don't want to ruin this for any comic book fans.
No, this has surpassed, as I call it recency bias, call it whatever it is, my current favorite run, specifically of a new twist on the originals, kind of like, like Dark Knights of Steel, Dark Knights Metal, like those like twist comics. This is bar none the best. I am so utterly impressed with these 6, now 7 with Absolute Evil. We'll get into that. We're going to get into that, so stick around. But we've already made a bunch of episodes on Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman. So if you're interested in that, go fish for some of those. There's lots of cool stuff that we talk about in there. But since there's been more out, let's just real quick hash through those 3. And then we're going to mainly be focusing on Flash, Green Lantern, and Martian Manhunter. Kyle, give me Batman. Synopsis it for me. What are your feelings on the recent issues?
I mean, to sum it up, the creation of his rogues is
Bane. Just
Bane.
Just Bane. Just
but
Bane.
I mean,
just
the brutality he shows to Penguin and creating Penguin, Riddler,
Two-Face and Riddler.
Two-Face.
We don't know even what happened with Croc. The brutality of what he had to go through. It's just there's not a lot of words. It's just savage. For Absolute Wonder Woman, all I'm gonna say is Zatanna versus Wonder Woman. Bruh, take both of my limbs, take all of my limbs. Take
every last one.
In payment. I know I don't have to pay because they're making it anyway, but take it as payment.
I'd be willing to be a head in a jar like Futurama.
Oh yeah, dude. Give me one Agnew and I'm good, dude. Aru.
And then Superman, I think Community,
brutality as well.
Brutality.
The latest 2 issues.
Oof.
Whoa. And hope. I'll say that because I had an inkling in the first few, the first 10 issues of the Superman comic, that this was going to be an evil Superman. That eventually, that not evil, but maybe not so kind. No bullshit type of Superman. And the efforts that Brainiac went through to break him and him not break, so much so that he also inspires a coup in the other Brainiacs. So much can his hope and his will and his heart not be broken that it inspires other Brainiac machines that are just clones of the one doing this to him to uprise against that one. That's awesome, dude. That's Superman.
That is some I was about to say, that is some quintessential Superman stuff right there.
That's Superman, dude.
You know what's interesting? We keep saying Superman, it's called Absolute Superman, but the other the way I describe it is Kal-El.
He does not like being called Superman.
He's not Clark Kent.
That Lazarus gave him that designation, not Lois, so he does not like being called Superman. And that is so cool. Do you think, here's a question before we move on. Do you think he's going to get a new name, a new moniker, that he won't be known as Superman? Or will he be you know what?
Adopt
I am the Superman. All right, I am the Superman then. Adopt that and turn it good.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I'm curious to see where all 3 of those go from where
Answer
they are
in the
right
comments.
Now.
Which one of these 3 are you most hyped about? I am beyond most hyped about Absolute Wonder Woman versus Zatanna. Holy. But tell us which ones you guys are currently enjoying the most. And let's get into these next 3, bro, because these 3 were the lowest and have elevated now to like what I'm most
well, and they have
excited about.
almost half the amount of issues,
Mhm.
and they are
Bangers,
jam packed. Like starting with the Flash, the relationship between him and Grodd, the way that's evolving, and the way that
This
the
Grodd,
other
so
Yeah.
interesting. Not being a gorilla, he's like a capuchin monkey almost. Like like that's so cool.
It's interesting, and I like how that he's being drawn to his rogues, and he almost is one of his rogues. He was
Yes.
created in the same
But
fashion.
the rogues aren't villainous; they're victims.
Exactly.
Like-
That's what's most interesting to me about the Flash comic so far is the fact that they're making his rogues gallery not necessarily bad beings. They're victims.
At the end of the last one, they say, "What's it gonna be, kid? You want to go rogue?" Like as if he's gonna be a member of his own rogues gallery. Like Barry and Thawne, like Barry seems pretty wicked in this. Like in the
Compared
first few
to
issues,
how he normally
you
is?
kind of think that he's like a real like fatherly figure, like or at least like a brotherly figure, and like really loves Wally and like cares about these subjects. But then in the Enter the Rogues issue, you really see that Barry is like this like almost like morally gray, like mad scientist.
When they bring up like what if they don't want to do it? And he's like, you sign the agreements, you're gonna do it. Like you have no choice in the matter. Get the suit on. Like he drops kind of all pretense, and his smile goes away, and he's like, "You're gonna do it
shit now."
Yeah,
total mad scientist vibes.
Definitely.
One thing that I thought was super interesting was what was maybe Eobard Thawne and Jay Garrick in the past. So like Eobard isn't from the future; he's from the past, and like he pushed Jay into
whatever that
storm is creating. Like I'm so curious that if it's not the Speed Force that gives Wally or any of them their speed in this, what is it that they're tampering with there? Like they did it back in the 40s and now they're doing it now. Like it's like
I wonder if it has anything to do with the Omega particle that they talk about.
Like they discovered
within the run,
in the Absolute Evil run.
Yeah, in the Absolute Evil, when they talk about that Omega particle, I wonder if like this storm is kind of linked
harnessing
to that.
the Omega particle.
Yeah, like say when you split an atom, you get an atomic bomb.
Right.
This is
splitting an Omega particle.
The Omega particle, or even utilizing it. It creates a storm of energy that's unpredictable and causes different effects on different people. Gives someone like the Flash gives Wally his speed, but it makes Heat Wave into Heat Wave, Weather Wizard into Weather Wizard. Mm-hmm.
Dude,
it's interesting.
You actually brought up the craziest point about Flash. I'm not even gonna say it because I need to let you say it.
Oh yeah, I completely
Project
forgot,
Olympus, bro. if this is true, let it be. I need it to be known that Kyle spoke this into reality.
I saw Project Olympus reading these new issues, and my first thought was Shazam. What if this culminates in the creation of Shazam?
Like Wally is the speed of Mercury. Like
Weather Wizard is the power of Zeus.
Like, I can't really put all of them into all of them yet because like it's kind of scrambled like that. But like, dude, that would be so sick. Why name it Project Olympus?
Like, besides the fact that they talk about making gods and utilizing the god particle and stuff, like I'm gonna hold out that if Shazam is created, if the whole point of it, if their overarching goal is to create a being like Shazam, I said it here first, called it out.
She says at one point, I don't know if it's in Absolute Evil or in Flash, Thawne says that they met God. They're like, oh, like who? Like, oh, we met God. And I wonder if that's Shazam. Like they met Shazam.
We will see. It seems like God in this is Darkseid too. Like when they talk about
he's like
God.
Yes, he's like the universe. Okay. What do you want to get into next? Do you want to do Martian Manhunter or do you want to do Green Lantern? Because these two, in my mind, are bar none the tippy top. As
there's a lot
interesting and awesome. Let's start Martian Manhunter, dude.
Yeah,
I'm just stoked to talk about this issue 6.
Specifically issue 6 is one of, if not the coolest comic book ever made. It's definitely one of the coolest.
When I
It
was
is
reading this, I have never experienced the feelings I was feeling while reading a comic book like I did when I was reading this issue. The fight between the Green Martian and the like when the White Martian comes out, bruh, that is the most abstract the concept that they come up with in an earlier issue, which is the metaphor equals literal equals metaphor equals literal in that circle. That like is that like forever. That seems to be like the stamp on this comic. You
that's
know, like
going to
that's
self
like
symmetry that's going to repeat over and over and
that's
over
the thing you
again
need at the
throughout the comic.
forefront of your mind while reading all of this. That metaphor equals literal equals metaphor equals literal. Like it's doused in everything. Like everything is both right in front of you and not there at all.
And hidden behind your eyes.
It's so good. Dennis Camp, you sir, have just like put like rocketed his way to like my favorite writer. Like
I've never seen something so unique. It's written so unique and in such a way that no one's ever written a telepath empath fight like this before with the
we've
thesis
seen
antithesis
countless
concepts.
examples of the telepath fight. We've seen countless examples of it. Dude, the White Martian pulling the like nightmare of a brain cancer child and like pulling it out into the world, making it real, and then him dousing it with the cure that hasn't been found yet for 20 years. Just the idea that was in this one girl's mind that she hadn't even conceptualized yet. Dude,
That is next level stuff.
fighting with
Come
the
on.
concepts in other people in the city's minds.
The way
And,
that they
like
frame it, that the minds of everyone in the city is their battlefield, and behind their eyes a battle of incomprehensible proportions takes place. Like the fact that they also, I could have read those examples of thesis antithesis. I could have read
100
1,000 of them,
pages.
dude.
Like
Easily. Because then after the brain cancer, when they pull the fear of the atomic bomb out of the aging hippie's head,
yes.
and then an atomic bomb starts falling, and you can see everyone in the city in reality, because reality equals metaphor equals
is
reality
literal
equals
and all, like
literal equals metaphor. Because so the bomb starts falling, and then out of that same hippie's head, he pulls his belief that the American military is
smallest belief
incompetent,
in military incompetence,
and the bomb's a dud.
The bomb's a dud, bro.
Come on, tell me you've
There's no way that us talking about it also like can like depict it like
no.
This
doesn't. We can't do it justice.
This isn't a book that can be experienced in audio or in visual or in like being explained it to you. Like you have to read it. Like you have to like see the pictures with the words in a way like that seems obvious, right? In every comic you need to like use that. But like in a way that's never been utilized in comics before. I've never experienced the art having just as much relevance than the words, and the words needing the art to be like fully like fleshed out in order for it to make sense.
Yes.
And also like it needs you to be a specific kind of person to understand what's going on in this comic. Like
it is very weird.
So many levels to this style of writing and like just the weirdness of this version.
Even the way the panels are laid out on the comic itself, it's like it's almost hard to follow at times.
It is
purposely, and the way that John is like, they're doing crazy stuff up there. I'm a punch is a punch down here. Yeah. I just gotta fight. I just gotta stay strong and fight.
Oh man, that again, that juxtaposition of like him in the literal, them in the metaphor, like it's just
and it all
so
wrapping
cool,
around,
man.
Mm-hmm. The other thing I want to talk about with Martian Manhunter is they set up throughout the first 5 issues of like the Martian trying to push him to grow and to become more powerful, and they weren't really clear on how to do that. And even we were like talking about it before. We were like, like seems to be pushing him to get stronger, but isn't actually showing him how to do it. And then in this issue, they reveal that it's because he can't. It's because how he gets more powerful is he becomes
This
more
is
in
something
touch with
John
his
Jones needed
emotions.
to do on his own.
Hmm.
The Green Martian couldn't push that button for him. He
He
needed to
had
come
to
to that
understand
realization on
that
his
he
own.
was hurting his family, that his problems in his life are mostly
Were
because of
coming from
his
him.
actions.
Yes. Coming from him, not happening to him.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I
Unlocked.
love that
Martian vision upgrade
ability
unlocked.
unlocked. I'll do it. That, bro, like, again, like, just to me as who I am, this is written like directly to me. Like, it feels like the
A
gaming
trippy hippie
references,
nerd.
the
Yeah.
trippy hippie nerd stuff, man. Like, it feels like it's just like speaking to Lucas as a person, and it's so awesome, man. Like, later on, he's like, "How did we do that?" And he's like, "Level up equals new abilities unlocked." I was like, "Ah, yes, dude. So
Uh,
cool." Dennis
and when
Cannon,
when
dude.
he does realize it, the Martian being like, "Finally, yes, like
Yes,
you did it, man."
so
And
cool.
the just the whole time the we, they are, like my, your,
I, you,
our,
we.
their, like he's just constantly trying to figure out how to reference what they are because it's
Dude, one of my very
ambiguous.
favorite lines in this whole comic is, I think it's like in issue 4, where he's like John Jones is trying to like grill the Martian of like what he is. And he's like, I, you, we are like redeem, heal, kill, hunt, save, and then at the bottom it says like ER. So it's like we are like redeemer, hunter, healer, killer, like saver. It's just so cool. Like that.
Yes.
And ooh, actually, also, I'm scatterbrained as hell right now. But this is the connection to Darkseid. That bad idea number 0,
Oh yeah.
and it being like the like universe, like the Darkseid universe, what the absolute universe is. Like, it seems like this Martian Manhunter comic is our link
To the
to Darkseid.
previous iteration.
Yes,
To
it's
the
the
to
only
like
one that's talked about it. The people are like mumbling Darkseid as they're just like being white Martians.
Dark Side is, Dark Side is, Dark
Yeah.
Side is. And what's interesting to me about that is the way it's spelled is Dark Space SIDE, not like Dark Side normally
Hmm.
spelled.
And it's like the
Which,
SIDE is like upside down and backwards. It's like real weird.
yeah, see that, yeah, that's the, I think the Martian Manhunterness of it, the trippiness of that comic
Dude,
is just,
so good,
it's
man.
so weird. But what's interesting about that, what I was thinking about while reading that, the Dark Side is jumping over to Green Lantern, is the card and the dark side of the
Like
light
dark,
spectrum,
like, oh, I see what you mean. Like,
and
it's
it
not
being more
spaced.
powerful. Yeah, and the fact that it's not space, or that that it's spaced, and like because in the Martian Manhunter at some point it shows like
Yes, you're
dark
right.
space side,
Yep.
and it made me think like with the Green Lanterns, with the dark seemingly being the dominant force, almost like the card, which there's a lot to get into with
Yeah.
that.
No, let's get into it because
Let's
like
get into
we
it
got
because
into the
there's a
coolness of
lot.
the Martian Manhunter, dude. This Green Lantern. So like the thing I love so much about this absolute universe, every single one of these comics, is that they are so interesting for completely different ways. Like the Batman has got that like grime, that grit, that like man versus like mountain, that like impassable object that like just a man is trying to
An
break through.
unstoppable force meeting an immovable object. Yeah,
Yes, and then like like Wonder Woman is like the most badass. Like as far as just like badassery and like just
and
like aura.
character,
You know
like
what I mean? Like,
character.
yeah,
Yeah,
like she's got that in spades. But then like Martian Manhunter, I don't even know how to describe that one. That's just
conceptually, it's the conception.
yes.
It's conceptually the coolest of all of them. The
It's
way
so
that
out
it's
of the
depicted.
box that it's
Hmm.
like it's in its own like category
It
of
doesn't feel
badassery.
like a even like a comic, let alone like a DC comic. It
It's an
doesn't feel like,
experience.
yeah,
And
for
then
sure.
Green Lantern right now for me is by far the most interesting. What they've done with the lore of the Green Lanterns, dude. If you guys have made it this far, shame on you. Thank you.
Thank
But
you. And if you haven't read it all, shame on you, for
great
real.
shame. But great shame. Uh cuz man, this is so cool. The way that they split Abin Sur, the character, the like quintessential like one who starts everything in all stories of the Green Lantern. The
Mhm.
way they split him into like the green being Sir and like yellow being our, red being Rao, and black being Card, and like being an Abin is like to be like an artificer of that light, of that
A recruiter or like a
like
judger for that light spectrum.
it's so cool. Like who done it? Like
Mm. The fact that Oa isn't like a physical place but an emotional spectrum, and like
it
more
feels like
more
a state of
accurately,
being,
like a belief system, like a belief system that
again that
these are where the
metaphor equals literal, Kyle. Because it feels like
it's
a
starting
place
to
as
wrap.
well. Like it feels like it
Hmm.
is a place, but when John is explaining it to Joe, it feels so abstract and metaphorical, and like you said, like it's an emotional state of belief less than a physical place. But it also feels like a physical place, like that these souls are transporting somewhere. You know what I mean? It's
That the lantern brings them to a physical but also
yet not
non-tangible
physical,
place.
bruh. It's so cool. Like
And the twist on the fact that it's not the emotional spectrum necessarily, but
yes,
it's more action based, where the reds aren't fear or aren't anger, it's restraint,
restraint,
which is almost the opposite. And then the gold being not being fear
knowledge,
but being knowledge.
which also feels like a little bit opposite than fear, right? Like you're afraid of something because you don't understand it, right? Like if you understand something you really like shouldn't fear it. Um, but the other two is where it gets funky.
That's where they haven't, I don't feel that they've fully explained it yet.
I don't feel
That
like they
that's
fully
coming.
explained green. Card, I feel
I
like has
think
been
that's
kind of
coming.
fully
Yeah.
fleshed out, where like their will and chaotic
Hmm.
action, which is so fascinating that black is will in this. And the beings who are normally Green Lanterns, we're seeing them as Black Lanterns, like Hal
Hmm.
and Kilowog and Sinestro. Like who else? They mentioned other lanterns earlier in earlier issues, like Kyle
Hmm.
Rayner. I'm so fascinated to know if he's going to be a Card Lantern, because
Or what, where in the spectrum he will land, even,
like
because it seems like Joe is going to be the only Green Lantern of these characters, because the Abin Sur was taken, she destroyed him, and between
she's
him and Hal
anomaly
and she's Anomaly, and there is no Abin Sur now. There
right.
is no
So
Abin of the
of the
Sur
so
spectrum.
no greens can be chosen essentially
Hmm.
anymore, other than the ones that were taken from the town, I guess.
I guess
You know,
unless
like
they
the
were
ones that
already
were
judged.
judged, because like like Guy got red, John got gold from that Abin Sur taking them, and he took like 2,000, like 143 people or whatever it was.
Yeah, or whatever the population of the town
Um,
is. Yeah.
but bro, something I want to talk about: the Tamar, the anomaly, the way that
Dude,
they took the character Tamar Ray
I
and
was
turned
gonna say
him into,
the same thing with Abin Sur. They took Tomar Ray and split it.
bruh, the beauty of that, the absolute beauty of that that he was the first. I don't know if he was the first anomaly, but he was enough of an anomaly to have the universe's word for what it is to be anomaly to be his name, bruh.
To me, it
Big
feels like
box,
the. To me, it
little
feels like
box,
the. Oh God, that was
bruh,
so gnarly. I
dude.
also love that they used Kilowog in the way that they did, like to show how his power by just
Mhm.
wiping those three Green Lanterns, and then the anomaly comes, and the anomaly
How
wipes him
much
like that.
stronger an anomaly is in this like spectrum, like it's why the Owens fear it so much, or like like the like Owen teaching is so against anomalies, and
Hmm.
vice versa. Sinestro's
I think
seemingly
Sinestro,
his goal is to like create a army of anomalies.
because that's how in his mind he defeats Oa, and the card philosophy becomes is the dominant and remains the
Dude,
dominant philosophy, because that's really what it is. Like, it's a way of looking at life. The cards feel that it is incumbent upon us to impose our will upon the universe, because that's how change happens. That's how effects
without
are
action,
created.
without chaotic action, like things don't come. Like the universe would just
That's
be
how,
nothing.
which there's a point to that.
Which
That's
is
how
true.
in our world, that's how things evolve.
That's what's so
Without
beautiful is that the
chaotic action,
Owen and the
evolution wouldn't
card
exist.
perspective is just that. They're just perspectives. Like
Neither necessarily right, but
n-
neither wrong. Some have
like it's
there's
really
truth to
they
both.
disagree on like how the journey starts and ends. Like that the beginning panel of issue 7, I think it is, where they're explaining the card philosophy, where it starts with gold, it starts with like a seeking of understanding, but then like they just explain that like that seeking of knowledge is like useless in the real world, fool's gold. And then it goes down to like then it comes to action, the choices of right or wrong. But like thinking right or wrong is like so young, it's so naive, they're
Makes
too
you too
green.
green.
Like, bruh, unbelievably well written. Like sometimes, like man, you know how
If
much I love
someone,
writing, and like
yes,
sometimes I think I'm good, you know, and like
yeah.
I'm reading something I've written, and I'm like, man, I'm really on it, I'm really hitting. And then like I read stuff like this, man, and like Manhunter, and I'm just like, I feel like a like rookie playing against Kobe Bryant. You know what I mean? Like it's just like I'm just like wow.
Because then it even goes on to say like restraint is good, but if someone shows too much restraint, that's a red flag.
Yep.
That
Red
means
flag.
that there's something dark, deep buried in that they have to suppress.
Yeah.
That's a red flag.
Yeah.
Like it is so interesting. Like this one feels like I said more philosophical, more
Yes.
like
Now I have a question actually for you that I wanted to ask. Is since we're talking like there's the Owen perspective and the card perspective, both of them. The thing that's interesting to me is they both agree on where green and red belong. They just disagree on where the journey begins and ends. Instead of beginning with like the will
light.
to try and ending with true understanding, it's the card believe that you start with this seeking of understanding and you end with the like letting go of needing to understand, and that's where you fully get the full understanding. Like my question is do you think that there are other perspectives that have the other spectrums of light in it? Because this only had like they both agree that there's four,
Mm-hmm.
which is like either means to me that like in this version of like the Green Lantern there is only four. But like to me as like the reader, I know that the spectrum of light has more than four colors. Right? Like I know
In the normal universe,
in my
Darkseid,
like right
yeah,
that
Darkseid,
there's
like you
like
said, could have made this universe only have the four, but
but
it
that
is
seems
also
very odd. You know what I mean?
but
Because
it's
like other
also
colors
different.
exist.
Well, not just other colors exist, it's that other states of being exist. Other because it's not based on the it's weird because it's not based on the emotional spectrum. It's not like, you have this emotion, so you do this. It's this action, you show restraint, so you're red. You seek knowledge, so you're gold.
Right.
In the other
You
ones, it
seek
would
what
be
is
like,
right and wrong, so you're green. You know.
mm-hmm, you seek to impose your will, so you're black. Like
So like I wonder if in other perspectives, since these are just Owen card perspectives, that there are like the blue wavelength and like the purple, the pink, the white wavelength. You know what I mean? And there's like another set of four that Oa and Card just don't recognize as like worthy wavelengths to even be
or
considered.
or even are ignorant to completely,
Maybe
that they're
that, or
not
even that they
capable of fully.
destroyed the other wavelengths long
Mm.
ago. You know, like that, like there was like something that happened to crush these other wavelengths. Something needs to happen with that, though, is what I'm saying. Because like that's so fascinating to me, bro. Is like,
I think
are
the
there
coolest
other
way to
ways
go
of
about
thinking?
it, what I think the coolest way to go about it would be have four other colors be very similar in that they are utilized as a philosophy by two other groups, and have like the Owen and Card conflict, and then whatever the other two groups are, their conflict is over a different set of light spectrums.
Here's something that I also just found interesting while you were explaining that. I'm listening and I'm obviously thinking of my own. And if right, there's Owen and Card, and then there's the others. Like the Owens and the Cards are the ostracized.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like those are the weird ones. Like those are the ones we stay away from. Like here on the like this is like how things actually are. And it's like the white, the blue, the indigo, the purple, the pink, like the others, like they're so closed minded. Like they can't even like see the whole. So like
Hmm.
it almost be like a us versus them situation. That could also be super interesting.
That'd be interesting. I like that a lot. Yeah. Um, hmm. the,
But
it
they're
is
fighting
so
amongst themselves. They're fighting amongst themselves and don't even realize that like it's us versus them.
yeah,
And they're just like
yeah.
destroying themselves when they should be working together.
And it's kind of that's like the plan of the collective of other spectrums, because they all got together and kicked those ones out because they were like, you guys are way too extreme, you're trying to impose your belief system on everyone in the universe, because that's what they're both trying to
Right?
do.
Because
And the other ones are like, we let people choose which one they want.
they've heavily used the word perspective, which like makes me think that there's like that these two aren't the only perspectives then. Like they each have their own, but then that obviously means that there are others,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
One of the other really, really interesting things is Sinestro. You tapped on him before, but the fact that they point out that with the hour light, the gold knowledge, that you can never rise above the level of Iron, because of the fact that
You can never know everything.
you can never have total understanding of every piece of knowledge, because it's always growing.
Yeah.
So, but he, being an anomaly, being Tomar, allowed him to become the only Abin Ar,
Yeah.
which
Which is fascinating to me because like he was able to achieve becoming an Abin Hour because he rejected the perspective. Like being in the Owen perspective almost physically locks you to a set of rules. Like whether or not it's not really seeming like a choice. Like if
and
you
Tomar Ray explains that as well when he says, like, if you get the red powers
from
normally,
showing restraint, you
it
can't
you
do what I'm
physically
doing.
can't do what I'm doing, but I didn't. So
You know what I mean? Like, God. So like, I really feel like it's so cool that like it's conceptual as much as it is literal. Again, in this, just like in the Martian Manhunter, that like if you hold to the Owen belief system, then you're locked to that like power. Like your power is locked to their belief system. But like if you're in the card belief system, your power is also locked, but in a completely different way.
but it's also only limited by your will. Like, if you basically, you're not powerful enough, the answer in the card perspective is you're not trying
You're
hard
not
enough.
trying hard enough. You don't have the will.
You don't have the
Also,
will
dude,
to
how cool
succeed.
is it that just like again in how everything else in this absolute world has been, it's different yet the same. That Sinestro like went from green to yellow, and this he went from yellow to black. Like he still falls and still
Mm-hmm.
possesses two. Like
Yep.
so cool, man. Like I can't even say enough like about I want to get into absolute evil before we go. Just gonna
Oh
make it
yeah.
real quick. Real quick.
There's only one issue, so it makes it easy, and
Yeah.
it was, it was the connection issue. It's the
Yes.
issue that they talk about,
It's
how
connecting them.
everything comes together. It's connecting the rogues galleries, the real like villains, but they're actually like the power of the world. They are the ones that wield the most power in the world.
Yes.
The fact that they bring it all together, one of my
There's a
favorite
few
moments of
lines.
it. Yep,
Sorry.
yeah,
Go ahead.
I
Go
was
ahead.
gonna I was gonna actually say one of them is one of the lines that they, when they're talking about the different people, is Batman is one of them that I like, and they say he's just a man, we think,
I think.
like
Yeah,
I
like
think.
yeah, that one's really cool. I also really liked that Wildcat Ted
Mm,
Grant was doing what Batman was doing. He was
way back
discovering
in like the
this shit.
50s and
He was
60s.
messing with the arcs. He was going through all of this stuff, and they offered him money, and he took it, just like Black Mask offered Batman. I loved that Joker went. He didn't take the money. Like that was like,
Yeah,
hmm,
it's like, yeah, he didn't this time, so
very interesting. I loved
we
that
have
a
to
lot.
keep an eye
Another
on
line
him.
I really liked was when Hammond is like talking to Raish, and Raish is like, "If you don't know my name, then like
Don't speak.
don't speak, and if
Like,
you do, then be silent." I was just like, Yo, like bars, dude. Like if you
Aura,
don't know
all
who
right?
I am, then shut up. And if you do know who I am, then stay silent.
Like, what I imagine is afterwards he fluffed his jacket, like after like some like real aura shit. Like,
I just expect Joker over there, like,
like, damn. But also Joker being the richest of all of them. They've confirmed he's
also,
the
I love
richest
how
man
he's
in the
saying,
world.
he's like, what are you kidding? And Raish being the one
Like he's
that
not.
he's like, he
No.
never jokes. For some reason, Raish being the one who says that adds like a level of like weight.
Well, and it's
it.
interesting because they've explained in Superman how like Raish's plan is to destroy the entire world and rebuild it from ash.
Mhm.
And to even have that idea, what it requires is to have a complete belief in yourself that you are the pinnacle of humanity.
Yep.
But even someone
That
who
man
truly
shows respect.
deluded to the Joker. Exactly.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Another the Wonder Woman reference, when they reference Wonder Woman in the Tetracide,
Oh yeah.
when she's explaining like this is the Tetracide. It appeared in Gateway City. It is the second most dangerous being we've ever seen. And then it shows Wonder Woman. This is the most dangerous. Come on.
You know?
Like
And
the
then
fact that
I want to go into my heartbreak. Green Arrow. Spoiler warning. They just murked my boy, dude. Why they did that? I was looking forward to an absolute Green Arrow. You know how much I love Green Arrow.
I'm hoping we still will. I'm hoping that Roy will become enraged by his friend and father figure being murdered and take up the mantle of Green Arrow. That in this universe, Oliver Queen isn't Green Arrow, but Roy Harper, instead of being the Red Arrow, is the Green Arrow.
Bruh, if that happens, you don't even know the flutter you just put in my heart. I hadn't even thought about that. I forgot that he has the whole conversation with Roy in the beginning. I'm holding out hope, dude. Because the only thing that made it okay that they just murked my boy like that was how unbelievably cool Hawkman is.
Are you kidding me? Like, he looks like a menace. Like,
he looks like
a terrifying
ancient Egyptian, like assassin monster. It looks so cool.
It's so exciting.
He might have the coolest character model.
I think so. I mean, besides maybe Gorgon, Wonder Woman, which was just cool to see. Right. But like as a base character
model, though, it's between him and Wonder Woman, I think.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because Wonder Woman's still like with the Buster Sword, the tattoos, arm, like the black hair, the black lipstick.
Come on. It's so
I am but flesh and blood. Okay, I am but man. Okay, I am only man.
This whole twist, the whole Absolute Universe, the whole twist on the DC continuity and the lore is beautiful. so cool. Like the way that they show that the reason why these villains in Absolute Evil, the reason why they've gotten together and why these beings are so dangerous to them is because of the hope they inspire. Yes. She says like these trained military officers were taking orders from this civilian. Yes. Without question, instantly, not because of the power that she showed, but something about her. And the same thing with Batman and with Superman and the hope they inspire. We talked about the Brainiacs. He was able to inspire non-organic, unthinking clones
that were cutting off their own tongues and stabbing their own eyes just on command.
To rebel and revolt. Like that level of inspiration is dangerous in this world to these people who want to maintain tight
we're gonna
control.
Watch like from our hall, like from our watchtower. I was like, ah! Like
yes.
Who did this? Like this feels like a gift. That like I need like who do I thank for this? Is it Scott Snyder? I love you.
I think he's the main.
He has redeemed the name Snyder in my eyes. Snyder Redemption. Hashtag Snyder Redemption.
Oh my God. Seriously. If you guys enjoyed DC's Absolute Universe so far, Let us know in the comments what specifically you loved about it, what you don't like about it, what you hope for it going forward,
What perspectives
anything
have
and
we
everything.
missed?
Yeah. What did we not talk about that we should have? Anything and everything that pops into your mind. It is truly an experience, like Lucas said. We have been enjoying it. We can't wait for more. We're getting like a couple issues a month from different ones. I want more. I want it all to be out. I want hundreds of issues.
We were pretty behind, and we just like did like a whole like chunk of catching up, and like that can often feel like homework. Bro, the amount
Not
of
this
fun
time.
that I had just like reading like 15 back-to-back issues, like it's so rare. Like,
Yeah, we went back and forth on Martian Manhunter #6 so much that we pretty much read it 2 or 3 times just
bro,
back in a row. Just going back and being like, "What about this line? Look at this panel.
Dude,
check this out."
we dissected that book like it was
I don't know if
crazy.
I've ever done that before.
Same,
Genuinely.
Same. It was just like truly so much fun. If you guys have again made it this far, thank you so much. We appreciate it beyond what you can understand. Please give us a like, give us a subscribe, and we will see you guys on the next episode.
Peace.